Okay, hello and welcome to day 3 of the Ending Strong 2001 Masterclass. How have you been finding the masterclass so far? I hope you have been so engaged and involved in the activities that you're beginning to see improvement, growth, and fresh insight into how you can live your best life in the year 2022. All right, I'm so excited to have you here. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so who am I exactly for those of you who are catching this on the replay or who do not know who I am? My name is Inhuoma Linda Ariwodo. I am a female advocate and a life coach. I help women overcome their life setbacks, their personal limitations, and I help them set strategic goals so they can be able to live their best life to the fullest. Okay, all right. I am so passionate about the girl child and women empowerment because of the experiences that I have had in my life. For more than 10 years, I had this dream in my heart of what I wanted to do with my life, but I felt I needed to achieve a particular kind of status. I needed to be perfect. I needed to have my life in perfect form. I needed to be influence worthy. I thought I needed to be a celebrity to be able to influence people. I needed to have this big brand, you understand, before I could live the life of impact that I wanted to live, before I could live the kind of life that I desired for myself. But the very moment I stepped into living that life, I realized that I started creating the life for myself. So it's the other way around, all right? For us, we might be thinking that we have this big dream, especially as women, we have this huge dream of the impact we want to make in society, the contributions we want to make, the things we want to achieve and attain in our lives. And we're thinking that we need to attain a particular status. We need to have a particular amount of money in our bank account. We need to have a qualification, a PhD degree, a doctorate degree. We need to be a part of an association or a group to be able to function in a career. We need to be married, to have a status in society before we can be recognized. But all this is not true. The very moment you step into doing what you ought to do as a person of your future, you see yourself becoming that person of you, the person that your future looks like. All right, so with the experiences and the setbacks that I went through, I've put them together, my experiences, my passions, my skills and everything. I put them together to help women, okay, transit successfully from that place, that's who they are currently, into the person that they need to be in the future. So this is what I do with my life as a life coach in my career. All right, so let's forge ahead. Okay, this Ending Strong Masterclass is a 3-day masterclass. We have held the day 1 and the day 2. So briefly, in case you are just getting to know about this masterclass for the first time, let me just do a brief recap of day 1. Day 1, we handled our yearly reviews. We came to the conclusion that in order for you to move forward, all right, you need to be able to review and track your progress. You need to be able to review where you have been yesterday, how your yesterday was, how your today is, where you actually are. So in order for you to have the best year in 2022, all right, you need to be able to review your 2021. So we have our year in review, and we follow 3 paradigms in reviewing our year 2021. I said you need to keep track and measure your actions and your inactions. Those actions and your inactions that are the choices and the decisions that you made in 2021, the things that you were supposed to do that you did, the things that you were supposed to do that you did not do, the things you were not supposed to do that you did, the things you were not supposed to do that you did not do, and then learn the lessons that you ought to learn from those experiences, actions, decisions, because your life in 2021 was a sum up as a result of the choices that you made. And believe me, whether you say yes or you say no, you've actually taken a choice. Whether you say something or you keep quiet, you have actually made a choice. So your silence is also a choice. Just as your activity, your action, and your speaking out, your acting out is a choice. Your passivity is also a choice. All right? A choice that has consequences. So the second thing that we looked at reviewing our past year was the highlights of a year. We reviewed our highlights of a year, looking at the accomplishments we had, the happy moments, the satisfying moment, the exciting moment, the joyous moment, the moment that made us feel most satisfied, worthy, beautiful, wonderful, the accomplishment, the things that happened, the stories behind this moment. All right, you need to keep track of them to know what caused them, what brought about them, how you proactively brought those things about, or how you had no control over them. You need to keep track of that too. Okay, then the third parameter for reviewing your past year is your growth and your change process. No matter what you do, whether you're active or you're passive, there must have been a change. So it's either a growth or or a digression. You either grow or you decline. So we want to know, you need to be able to create to keep track and measure, review and assess your growth process. In what areas of your life have you grown? How have you grown actually? No matter how small it is, whether it is internally or physically, is it something you can see? Is it something someone else can see? You can ask your friends and those people around you that you might not notice it. It's just like physical growth. Most times, some of us who are still growing, we don't notice how we have grown unless we keep a measurement, unless we take measurement of our height, unless someone who hasn't seen us for some time sees us and the person will be like, wow, you've grown. So the fact that you are you every day, you might not be cognizant with the growth process in your life. And you might also not be aware that you're declining. You might think that you're okay in an area of your life, not knowing that you are declining. But if you do periodic reviews like this, you'll be able to know where you have declined and where you have grown. All right. Then the fourth and last parameter for reviewing your year is your eventualities. What are the things that took you by chance, by accident, the opportunities that you missed, the threats that came your way, the things that you could not control, the things that went out of your control, things that did not happen the way you planned, okay? The little failures that you had, maybe you planned something and it didn't go well, maybe you started something and you couldn't finish. You need to keep track of these things and list the lessons, the stories associated with them. That way you can be able to learn everything that you need to know about the next step to take in 2022, because the purpose and the aim of taking a review is so you know the next action to take, how to improve, okay, on your next step, how to improve in your next goal setting period. So that's what happened in day one. Now let's look at day two. The recap of day two. Day two, we talked about life visioning, your ability to envisage, to visualize. To visualize that your ideal life, the ideal life that you want to have, your future self, who you want to be in your future self. And we made use of two exercises. One is the significant life pillars, where we divided our lives, our life into 8 significant structures using the wheel of life structure. Okay, we divided our life areas, our life paradigms into 8 strategic pillars. The first one is health and fitness. The second one is legacy and service. The third one is spiritual life. The fourth one is money and finances. The fifth one is career and business. The sixth one is your relationship, family and friends, love and all that. The seventh one is what should that be? The seventh one is leisure. your recreational activities and all that. And then the fifth one, I think should be, I think I've forgotten what it is, but it should be one of those great things anyway. All right, so you need to be able to understand these significant life pillars of yours, the what you hope to achieve, your dream, your ideal day in those significant pillars. All right, for example, using money and finances, what is your ideal financial state? What is your ideal definition of financial abundance and financial success? Okay, what amount of money do you need to have to make you feel fulfilled financially? In career, what is your highest self in your career? What industry do you want to work in? What career do you want to feel? Will you feel fulfilled in the 5 or next 10 years to come? Will you feel fulfilled working in? All right, you need to be able to understand that. So this is how you visualize your life vision. Then the second exercise that I used was identifying our ideal life exercise, finding out who we need to be, discovering who we are, our priorities, our belief systems, our values, the values that we hold dear, and who we need to be in the next 5 to 10 years, what we need to do as in our personality, our abilities, our strengths as a human being, the kind of strength as a woman, what do you need to do that you need to be doing in the next 5 to 10 years that will make you satisfied, fulfilled, and happy with your state. All right, the things that you need to be doing. Okay, then lastly, what do you need to have? The accomplishment that you need to have, the things you need to attain, the height you need to attain, the things you need to possess, everything, whether you need an award, whether you need a recognition, whether you need a qualification, a certification, the amount of love that you need to be receiving, the kind of husband you want to have, the kind of family you need to be able to envision these things, visualize them, have them in your mind's eye, imagine them, understand how they make you feel, how you feel when you're thinking about them, and put them down in your journal. All right, put them down in a journal. Okay, so that is what we talked about in day 2 of the Ending Strong Masterclass. So today is day 4. All right, today is day 3. Today is day 3, and today in day 3 we are going to be talking about your goals for 2022. Now you already have an idea you have already done your review, so you know where you are. You have envisioned, and visualized your dream life, which is foresight, which is futuristic. You now have a foresight of where you're going to. 2 days ago, you had hindsight of where you were coming from. Today, you are going to be able to create the bridge between your dream life and your reality. Today, we are looking at the tool that helps us, okay, that will help you turn that dream life of yours into a reality. That tool is called goal setting. So today we are going to be looking at setting the right goals for yourself, setting the right goals for your 2022. As we all know, dreams are just mere wishes without goal setting. Dreams are mere wishes without goal setting, and goal setting without a plan. Goal setting without a plan, without an action plan, it's not going to turn into reality. So you need to have an action plan. You need to step into that action, and you need to be able to execute your action to be able to turn your dreams into reality. So goal setting, proper goal setting, successful goal setting, all right, is what turns your dreams into reality. So in order for you to make 2022 your dream life, now you understand where you're going to, your destination, which will give you focus and motivation. What you need to do is to create plans, strategic plans that will bridge the gap between that future and time. all right, between that will bridge the gap between the time that you have, between that future, so you get closer to it. As we're preaching the next 365 days, you'll be able to push forward towards that your dream life, towards becoming that woman that you want to become in the next 5 years. You will move closer. So your progress or your journey, if you needed like 10 steps in your life, okay, to become that woman of your dreams, by the time you take one step in this year, it will be reduced. You will now need 9 more steps. But if you don't make goals, if you don't set goals, you don't execute those goals, and you don't implement those goals, you will be stuck at the same place, dreaming and just wishing, and nothing will change. Nothing will change. Okay? So, what is the next step? How are we going to go about goal setting? How are we going to go about goal setting? The first process to help us go about goal setting is to set a team. There are 5 ways that you can go about goal setting. Now, let's take each and every one of them very briefly. The first thing that you need to do to identify your goals for 2022 is to set a team for the year. What is a team? A team is an idea that you have about a year. It's your big idea, the desires that you have about a year, the needs, the most prominent needs for the next 365 days. All right? The most possible, the most reasonable step for you to take in bridging the gap between your current self and your future self. So you need to have a team. Now, I know you must have seen a lot of programs when people who are hosting programs want to host programs. I know you think it's just normal that they give teams. A team has a way of directing something. When you have a team, it's like a line of focus. It's like a direction. It streamlines every activity. When you go for an event, and the event is tagged networking, social networking. So you know that everything that goes on there is just within social networking. When you go for an event and it talks about something like empowerment, you know that everything about that is going to go on there is empowerment. So both the host, the founders, the organizers, and even the participants will understand that everything should be within the limits and the boundaries of the team, within the caption. That is the aim. It streamlines the aim. Okay, it tells you about the objective of a thing. So what is the theme of your year? For you to be able to set a goal, set the right goals for this year 2020, for the next year 2022, you need to give a theme to your year. So what is that thing that you need to make happen for you? What is that next level that you need to break into in the next 365 days? What is the next level? After looking at where you are in 2021, what is the next level? What is the next step that you think you need to? Life is like a staircase, like I keep saying. It's a staircase. You've just taken one step. The next thing is to mount the next step, right? So you have been able to assess and evaluate your present step. So you're about taking the next step. So what do you think is your next step? What name, what caption, what next active, give it an action word. Active phrase that do you think you need to achieve in your life? What breakthrough do you need to achieve in your life? What goals do you need to achieve in your life? You need to understand this. That's the theme of your year. What do you need the most in this year, in the next year, to make you feel fulfilled, to make you feel satisfied, to make you feel progressive, to make you feel happy? So write down the theme of your year. Without the theme of the year, you might get confused. Yes, I have a theme for my year. Without the theme of your year, you might get confused. You could start beating around the bush. So make sure you have the theme of the year, and the theme is in alignment with your life purpose, the vision that you have for your life, the big picture of your life that you got on day 2. All right? Then the next step is 1 year, 4 goals. What do I mean by 1 year, 4 goals? You must understand that although you have different areas of your life, like I said, the different significant pillars of your life, the 8 pillars of your life, you don't go about setting goals in all the 8 areas of your life. You will get overwhelmed, confused, and I don't know, you could even get depressed and stressed out. So what you should do is to break down your goals into 4 places. Break down your goals or combine your goals into 4 goals. Make sure instead of 4 pillars, instead of 8 goals, you have just 4 goals in a year. Don't pursue more than 4 goals in a year so you don't get overwhelmed. Why I say this is because you're going to understand as we go deeper into this. Because one goal will have a lot of objectives. One objective will have a lot of action steps. One action step will have a lot of habits that you need to form. So when you overload yourself with too many goals, you get overwhelmed. So choose 4 most important areas of your life to work on within the next 365 days. 4 places that you must work on. 4 places that you must see progress in. 4 places that you need to move further in your life in order for you to attain your life's goal, in order for you to achieve that big purpose of your life, in order for you to get closer to achieving your life's dream. Like I said, you have 8 pillars of your life. So what I will do and what I usually do and what I will advise you to do is to combine 2. You have 8 pillars, 8 significant pillars, 8 significant areas. But when you combine 2 areas into 1 goal, you form 1 goal for 2 areas. All right, so how do I do this? Now, let's look at it. A lot of them are very, very related. They are interconnected. The pillars of life make your life balance. Every one of them is interconnected to the other. They kind of branch into the other. If you're okay in one area of your life, you need to be okay in the other. It's just like a circle, like a wheel. A wheel is balanced all around. If there's any place that is punctured, the whole wheel is devastated. So in order for your pillars of life to work, it means that your life needs to be balanced. So now let's look at how you combine them. You combine your career and your finances. Yes, you combine your career and your finances, because look at it. Maybe you have a goal. You want to set a goal this year to make like 100K every month, or to make like 2 million by the end of this year. Now, what you should be asking yourself is, how am I going to make that goal? How am I going to make this kind of money? One of the ways to make it is definitely through your career, that's your source of income, or through your business, isn't it? Whether you're a brand or you sell product or services, right? So your career, your career and your business goal, plus your money and your financial goal should be lumped into one category. So that is one goal. Okay, so create a goal for your career and for your business. One goal. Then the next one is self-development and service. Self-development talks about how you develop your character, how you develop your personality, how you develop yourself mentally, how you develop yourself as in your outward representation of your personality, how you develop your personal brand. And you also know that when you have a great personal brand, you have a good perception. You can be able to lead other people. Because self-development is a form of self-leadership. So only when you can lead yourself can you now be able to lead other people, to influence other people, to impact other people, to contribute to people, to serve other people, to minister to other people properly, to be a good leader. So you see that both of them are related. So you can lump both of them together and form one goal in your self-development life and in your service life. Then the third group is your spirituality and your health and wellness area of life. You create a goal for spirituality, your spiritual growth. What are the activities that you need to do to feel spiritual, to get spiritual strength, to get spiritual renewal and succor? The person of the person of your dream, the ideal woman of your dream, what kind of spiritual strengths and abilities does she need to manifest? Those activities. So what goals are you setting for her? These goals also will also combine with your health goals, because you're a spiritual being. You have a body, you have a soul, which is divided into your mind and your emotions. So your health and wellness, you should make sure that you're eating well, you're resting well, your nutrition is good, your health is in good order, your emotional self is balanced, your mental health is okay. All right, so all these things are interrelated together. In everything, you must make sure that you are a complete whole being. Your spirituality, your health, and your physical health, wholeness, they are all lumped into one goal. You create one goal for spirituality, health, and wellness. Okay, then the fourth goal that you must create for the year 2022 is your relationship goals. By relationship, I mean your relationship with your friends and your family. By friends, I mean colleagues, acquaintances, networks, collaborations, contacts, partnerships, etc. Then by family, I mean your love life, your spouse, your life within you and your spouse. If you're single, your dating life, the kind of family life you want to have. If you're married, the kind of family, the kind of parenting skills you want to have. Your relationship with you and your siblings, you and your parents, you and your children, all that. You should combine it with your renewal life, with your fun life, the things that you do to revigorate, the things that you do to renew yourself, the things that you do to have fun, to unwind. All right, what are the goals that you need to carry out? Because it is with these people that we have listed, your family and friends, that you definitely unwind. Nobody unwinds separately, unwinds alone. You cannot never be alone or an island. You unwind with friends or you unwind with family. So that's why your family and friend life and your renewal life, your leisure life should have one goal, okay, for the next 365 days. So that is the beauty. How I got this idea is because life is, when you look at a lot of things in life, you'll find out that a lot of things in life are divided into four. A lot of things are broken down into four. 4 represents stability. 4 represents solidity. 4 represents wholeness. 4 is the number of wholeness. 4 is a universal number. It's your number of universality. Why? Because look at we have 4 seasons. All right, 4 seasons in a year. We have the autumn, we have the spring, we have the what's it called? The summer, and we have the winter. Okay, then we also have the 4 cardinal points: the north, the south, the east, and the west. And then we also have the 4 elements of life. We have the air, we have the wind, we have the water, and we have the fire. So in order for you to set solid goals, stable goals, goals that are organized, goals that are strengthened, that have strong foundation, goals that are universal, goals that are holistic, okay, you need to break your yearly goals into only 4 goals. Make sure you have just 4 goals. Anything more than 4 goals in a year will not, and I tell you, will not be solid, will not have a solid foundation. You might find yourself trying to catch the ball, and you might end up missing some bits of the things that you need to achieve. Okay, so if you really want to have a successful year, I advise you to create or set just 4 goals for the year, using that 4 pillars that I have combined for you. Okay, so we are forging ahead. What is the next thing? The next step to take is to break your goals into a quarter. A quarter makes, we have 4 quarters in a circle. We have 4 quarters makes makes if 4 quarters, all right, we have 4 quarters in a circle. So 4 quarters makes a 4 complete, makes one whole body complete, all right? So you need to be able to break, in order to achieve these four goals that you have set for yourself in 365 days in 2022, you need to take one goal and strive for just one goal in 1 quarter. Concentrate on 1 quarter a year. Leverage on the power of 90 days. 1 quarter in a year is 90 days. 90 days is 3 months put together, because the year, 365 days, is divided into 4 quarters. 1 year is divided into 4 quarters. Into 4 quarters, we have the first quarter, which is the quarter 1. We have the quarter 2. The first quarter is ending by, I think, by before Easter. Then the second quarter, we should end by July or thereabout. Then the other quarter, we should end by October. We should end by September. Then the last quarter will start by October and end by December. So when you break those goals into quarterly goals, they become you make it so achievable for you. All right. So you pick just one goal, one most important and pressing goal, one most important area of your life out of those 4 areas that I showed you in the past step. You choose just one. It could be the career and the money that you combine together. It could be your self-development and your service. Whichever one that you think is the most pressing, is most scattered. Whichever one, you pick on that, you concentrate on it, you press forward on it, and you make sure that you leverage on it to move forward. You make sure that it aligns with your life vision and that it leads you to your 1-year end. Okay? That's what you do. So choose the particular goal that will take you further to your yearly goal and align with your life's vision. Now let's look at the beauty or the power of 90-day plan. 90-day plan is very strategic and it makes magic happen. When you break your goals into 90 days, it makes it easy for you to track. Not just easy for you to track. It helps you. It helps you touch every area of your life. It helps you move towards your goal. It is long enough for you to make significant progress, and it is also short enough to keep you focused. It doesn't overwhelm you, and it is not in your comfort zone. It also stretches you to grow. So it helps you focus on the activities that will bring the most results and that will help you reach the goals that you want to achieve. It's very, very strategic. It helps you see and track your progress, because at the end of each quarter, you are able to measure your goals. You have a tracking system that helps you evaluate your progress, measure your goals and all that. Even within the 90 days, you can set parameters and milestones for every 30 days. Okay? So 90 days are very, very important. Successful people maximize and leverage on the power of 90 days to set goals. People don't just set goals these days, and even companies, organizations don't just set goals this year and they just leave it. Teams don't just set goals this year and they just say this after setting their yearly, their mission statement and their vision statement, they set a yearly goal. They give a yearly theme and then they break it down into 90 days. So for every 90 days, for every quarter, there's a goal that needs to be achieved, one leading to the other. One connected to the other, one branching into the other. So it's easier for you to flow. You feel the fluidity of all your goals. You feel the connectivity, the connectedness, and the ease of flow. And you're able to celebrate your wins. When you do the quarter 1 well and you get little wins, you build the momentum, you build the confidence, you build the courage, and you transfer what you have learned into quarter 2 and you make better wins. So now let's look at how you can identify your most pressing 90-day priority, because as we're going into 2022, by January 1, you should be able to decide which goal should I prioritize on, which goal should I start on first, what is the most important area of my life to start on. So these 5 questions are the questions I usually ask my clients, and they're going to help you to get the results that you need to get in your life. So the number 1 question is, who do I need to be in the next 90 days? Who do I need to be in the next 90 days? You should ask yourself, who do I need to be in the next 90 days to be able to achieve that goal? To be able to achieve that goal, my goal in 90 days, who do I need to be? To be able to achieve my goal in the next 365 days, who do I need to be? This is what you should ask yourself before you set that goal. And your answer could start with something like, I want to be someone who is... I want to be someone who is confident. I want to be someone who is very wealthy. If you say, I want to be someone who is very confident, then it means that your goal for 90 days should be self-development goal, or should be your spirituality and your health and wellness goal. Okay? Or if you say, I want to be someone who makes this amount of money in the next 90 days, then it means that your goal should be a career, and your first goal should be a career and money goal. You see how it's so easy for you, how it's been made so simplified for you. Okay? Now, the next question that you should ask yourself is, what area of my life is the most scattered right now? What area of my life is the most scattered right now? Ask yourself, be very, very honest. You need to find out, what is that area of my life that is so scattered? That area that is so scattered, so clustered, that I need to organize. Even people are talking about it. You know it within yourself that your finances are in bad shape. You haven't been saving well. You have no dime in your name. You have no source of income. You have no product you're selling. You have no way of making money online. You keep spending, and what is that area? Or is it your relationship? People are complaining about your relational abilities. Or what is it? Is it your personal life? What is that area of your life that is the most scattered right now? The most scattered. In relation with your year goal, in relation with your life purpose, make sure you understand that everything you're asking yourself has to align with your life purpose. Okay? So write that down. And the third question you need to ask yourself is, in what way is that area holding me back from achieving my year's goal? If it's my finances that is so scattered, how is it holding me back from achieving my year goal? How is it holding me back from achieving, for example, the theme of your year probably is to make a 2 million, to make 2 million by the end of this year. And then, so you understand that the area of your life that is most scattered is your financial goal. You admit that it is your financial life, right? So how is it holding you back? You can write it. How is it holding you back? How did it hold you back in 2021? How is it holding you back? Just write it down. You know everything about your life. Say, I haven't been saving well. It has been making me so I have been borrowing. I've been in credit. I can't do the things that I need to do, blah, blah, blah. Write them down. How have they been hindering you from achieving your year's goal? Okay? Then the fourth question is, if there was one change you could make, what will it be? Now you have to be your coach. Give yourself the feedback that you would give someone else if this question was someone asking you for an advice. If there was one change you could make in this area of your life, what would it be? What do you think would be the change? Take time, reflect, sit down, meditate over it. All right? Think about it. Be creative. Everyone has the capacity to create something. The problem is that we don't take the time out to sit and think. Once you sit down and think over a thing, that thing becomes demystified. So sit down and think about it. What change? If there was one change that I needed to make, what will that change be? Just one change. Just one change. What will that change be? tell yourself that truth. Then lastly, if I actually take that change, if you actually find out that change and you implement it or you execute it, how would you feel in that area of your life? At the end of, now this is asking you, how would you feel? Just imagine yourself in the end of the 90 days. You finally found out that change, you implemented it, you acted upon it, and you are seeing results, you upgraded. So how are you feeling right now? How do you feel? Imagine the feeling you're feeling. You're so excited and happy. You're like your best self, right? You're feeling so optimistic, so positive and so positive and happy, satisfied and fulfilled. Okay? So what impact would it have on your overall life? Does it have an impact on your overall life? By your overall life, I mean your life's goal. Your big picture, the one you envisaged and visualized on day 2. Does this feeling, this accomplishment, this win, this thing that you have achieved, does it make a dent? Does it move you towards your life goal? Does it have an impact on your life goal? All right. So this is how you know if the goal you have chosen for yourself is the right priority for the next 30 days. If you can answer this correctly, you will be able to choose the most important, the most pressing, and the most urgent, the most necessary, the most needed goal for the next 90 days. And let me give you a tip. I've usually realized that at the beginning of the year, the goals we usually set are usually in either of these two groups that I'm going to mention, especially if we are starters. For people who are starting up their self-development journey, you will notice that the goals that you usually set in the beginning of the year is either it falls on the self-development and self-development area, or it falls on your spirituality and your health and wellness goals. Yes. Because if you take self-development goals, you develop yourself, the courses you need to buy, the books you need to read, the things you need to do, the personality you need to build, the career you need to work on. Maybe you need a coach, you need a mentor, you need to buy a course, you need to buy a book, you need to register for something, you need to do one thing or the other so you can develop yourself. It's an internal thing. Because internally, you need to create that change internally before you can go outside. All right? Then if it has to be your self-development goal or your spirituality, I've discovered that any person who is new to goal setting, depending on the level that you are, most times your goals need to start with self-development, because you need to develop yourself first in the beginning of the year so you can be ready for what is coming in the new year. You're setting the benchmark, you're setting parameters, you're setting the pace for the next year. You're upgrading even before things happen, as in you're putting yourself in control, you're being proactive. You're not just, allowing things happen to you and then you act on the defensive. No, you are on the offensive already, creating paradigms for yourself. Okay? So that is what you do to find the most prioritized 90-day goal to pursue in the next 90 days. Okay, so we're forging ahead. The next step of what you need to do is to break that one goal that you have chosen into 3 to 5 action steps. You have chosen just one goal. You need to break that one goal into 3 to 5 action steps. You break your quarter one goal. Break it into 3 to 5. It could be daily action steps, it could be weekly action steps, it could be bi-weekly action steps that you take monthly, action steps that you take weekly, action steps these are objectives. These are things that you need to carry out, activities that you need to do, plans that you need to set that you will implement either on a daily basis, things that you need to do. These are the things that you need to do for yourself in order to achieve that quarter one goal. So let's move ahead. Now I'm going to show you an example Okay, example of my own goal. Look at my own goal for the quarter one. I have two goals for quarter one. You can set, I told you to set just one goal, but I have two goals because I am used to this. But for you, if you're just starting out, start out with just one goal. So I'm going to show you a sample of one of my quarter one goal because I have already started implementing it. Now, my quarter one goal, one of it is I will reach 100 new women in the next 90 days with my message. All right, that is my goal, that I will reach 100 new women. I don't mean just reaching 100 women. I mean 100 new women. So you can see that I am already working in it. Why? Because these are the action steps I put for myself, the 5 action steps I give myself. The first one is free Ending Strong Masterclass. This masterclass that has been holding for 3 days. Now in this class, I have not less than 180 women in this class. So which means I have reached more than 100 women. But most of these women are already in my contact. My goal is 100 new women, not 100 with my old contact. I mean new women. Okay, so these are the action steps. I have started it already in December. Like I told you, I kick off my new year goal even in December. So it depends on you. You can create your own calendar for yourself. They say early to bed, early to rise. Whenever you wake up is your morning, is your new dawn. If you have information early, you can start early. You have a head start. So that's how it works for me, because I realized this. I maximize my birthday. My birthday is in October. So every time I get into October, I feel like I'm in a fresh year. I made a video about seasons of life. I found out the importance and the power of seasons, the power of timing. God has given us time, but He breaks times into seasons. By seasons, I mean He gives you different years. He gives you different seasons in different years. In a year, you have a birthday. In a year, you have 4 quarters. In a year, you have 12 months. In a year, you have different months. You have different quarters. You have 52 weeks. You have how many days in a week. You have how many hours in a day. So all these periods and seasons of life are times for you to reset, upgrade, reevaluate, review, and you have the opportunity to start afresh. So I maximize every new opportunity in my life to reset, upgrade, level up, and start afresh. Okay, so I started my review right after my birthday in November. I started setting this goal for the free Ending Strong Masterclass in October. People who were in my New Women network group, my community group, I talked about this. Right? If you are in the New Woman, my community on Facebook, when I held the summit, the New Woman Summit in October 2021, I talked about the free Ending Strong class, right? That was when I mentioned it. That was when I made the plan for it, because I had already started my new year. Okay? So this is just a sample of my own quarter one goals. And the second action step is I have to do weekly videos for my YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel, so I make sure I make weekly for the next 90 days. I make weekly, which means I have like about 12 or 13 videos to make in the next 90 days for my YouTube channel to reach new people. And I'm not just talking about making videos. When I make them, I make sure I publicize them and I share them. Okay, then the next action step is my daily and weekly social media postings. Daily postings on WhatsApp status, weekly postings, or maybe twice weekly postings on my LinkedIn, on my Instagram, on my Facebook, to reach more to women who want my message. The fourth action plan, monthly online events. I need to make sure that I host monthly online events, either on WhatsApp or on my Facebook community, The New Woman, to reach more new people. New people. The focus is in reaching more new people. Then lastly, I must make sure that I attend offline events to network and collaborate with new women that I do not have their contact before. So you can see now that creating my action steps have helped me streamline my quarterly goals. my 90-day goal into the activities that I need to do every day. Now from here, I now know the activities I need to do every day. I now know the activities I need to do every week. The activities I need to do twice a week. So I can program myself. When do I do this? Do I do this on Monday, or do I do it on Wednesday, or do I do it on Saturdays? Because I know my programs. Then I know the activities that I need to do every month, the activities that I need to do every 30 days, the activities I need to do every 60 days. You see, it has been so simplified. It's been made so simplistic for you. If you can follow this paradigm, this is a tested and proven model that I am showing you. I have used it consistently since 2018, and it has been working for me. Now, the final and the last step is to develop your success habit. You need to develop a success habit. Every successful person is a product of habit. Okay? Goals that are not habitually done. By habits, I mean things that you do every time, habits. The power of habits is so great, it's so magnanimous that you cannot underestimate it. Your life is a product of the habits that you have formed, the things that you do unconsciously and consciously. They say it takes 28 days or 21 days to form a habit. So if you do something consistently for 21 days, it becomes a habit. So for you to succeed in achieving your goals, in changing, because what we're actually doing here is the reverse. We're doing reverse engineering because there has been something in your life already. Now you're trying to reverse what is not working to start to do what is working. So you need to replace what is not working in your life with what should work. That is what success habits does for you. So your success habit has to involve a morning routine. You have to create morning routines. How do you wake up? How do you wake up? Do you wake up on the wrong side of bed? Yes, there are some times that you can't control how you wake up, but there are ways that you can actually control how you feel. You can't control how you wake up, but you can control how you feel. You can program yourself to wake up well. Yes, these are success habits. Morning routine, you can create it by creating a morning routine, by doing a to-do list, having a to-do list that you write the day before you wake up. A to-do list is not to be done early in the morning. No, a to-do list is done the night before. It's the last thing you do before you sleep. So you carry it in your mind as you're going to bed. A lot of you don't know this. These are habits of successful people. They maximize their rising and their late moments. The beginning of the moment, the beginning of the day, and the end of the day. You should also have a not to do list. There are things that should not do. You should have a list of things that you should not do. Your stressors, your frustrations, all those things, your distractions, a list of things, that you should not do. Have them by your side every day. These are success habits, and imbibe them. Cultivate the habits of keeping true, being true to them. You should learn how to manage your time. Time management is an attribute of a successful person. If you want to be a successful woman, you want to successfully implement and execute and pursue your goals for the next 90 days, you need to manage your time, because there are time robbers everywhere. Social media wants to take away your time. People around you want to take away your time. You go to the office very early in the morning. You've told yourself that this is what you want to do. And the next time you meet somebody on the street, and from sharing pleasantries, they start asking you about the new gist, and before you know it, one gist has landed to another gist, and 2 hours is gone. Your morale is down. You can't work anymore. You've lost 2 hours. So you need to be able to know how to manage your time. You also need to know how to avoid procrastination. Procrastination, I will do this, but you end up not doing it. It's important for you to do, but you end up not doing it. You can't keep dates, you can't keep time. You're not punctual to any event. You need to develop habits that kill procrastination. There are habits that kill procrastinations. There are things that you will do and you will kill procrastination. You will stop being a procrastinator. You will take the decisions and the actions that you need to do even beforehand. Yes, you'll be proactive. So you also need somebody to be accountable to. You need somebody to be accountable to. You can succeed. Like in this training, in this masterclass, I've been giving you freely all the information that you need. I've been giving you all the information that you need. But you still need someone to hold you accountable. Because even though you have all this information right now at your disposal and you want to start executing them, my dear, it gets to a point you will get overwhelmed. It gets to a point you might get stuck. It gets to a point that you might be carried away by life, and eventuality could happen. You might get carried away by life. You might feel like, oh, I'm so stressed. I need to relax a bit. But if there is someone on your neck, someone breathing on your neck, someone hitting and happing on you to push, someone moving you out of that comfort zone, you'll be moved to do it. You don't have any other option but to obey and to move. So you need accountability. Accountability is part of success habits. If you don't have anyone that you are accountable to, you cannot go far. That is why check people who have been apprentices for great people. They always go far. Check people who have coaches. People who have coaches. I mean, all these great men and great women you hear about, they have personal coaches. Gone are those days when we used to think that only celebrities, only athletes, or stars should have coaches. No! People who want to succeed, businessmen have coaches too. All right? Barack Obama revealed that he has a coach. He hired a coach to coach him. You need a coach to be on you. You need a coach to be accountable to. You need a coach to probe you. You need a coach to push you. You need a coach to keep you focused. Because the person is not your friend. Okay? Then lastly, you need to have a daily tracking process. You need to have a process that tracks your progress. And sometimes it's the coach that does that for you, because you might not be critical enough on yourself. You might not be objective enough on yourself. You might not be honest enough. We like being in our comfort zone. So you could be like, I beg, I don't try. That kind of a thing. But your coach could be like seeing you from your potential side, seeing what you can do. And the coach is like, you can do better than this. I remember watching one movie. It's an Indian movie, a Bollywood movie, about a guy that left his village to go to Switzerland, I think, for a racing competition, and he almost gave up because he had a stomach problem. But his coach saw his potential and pushed him despite his health challenge, and he overcame. Because he had the passion and he had the potential. So his passion and his potential overcame the health challenge. I mean, that movie still rings a bell every time I think about passion and potential, and I just get moved. I just get inspired more. So it shows you that someone who has an objective information about you can move you to do more than you expect of yourself. All right? So this is where I come into right now. I have given you all those free resources on how to help you achieve all this. But there is a but. It's gonna take you time. You will need the skills, and you might need to be in the right mindset, which you will never be, because things will happen. You can't control the things that happen to you per day, per second, per time. Things could happen to you that could make you get depressed, make you get sad, make you get unfocused, make you lose track of what you're pursuing. So you constantly need to be on the right mindset. You need to even have the right tools. You don't know the tools to use. Like you don't have a journal, you don't have the right planners to use. You need to also have the right skills. You have the right skills to be accountable to yourself, the right skills to manage yourself. But if you can allow me to help you upgrade your life. If this is you right now and you're saying, I'm interested in this, I have received all this information and I need someone to take me by the hand. I'm a woman. I need someone to help me upgrade my life, someone to empower me with the right tools, the right skills, and the right mindset to achieve just one goal in the next 3 months. Just one goal, my most prominent goal, my toppest priority in the next 90 days. Then this is for you. I am starting this new year with my Life Upgrade Women Coaching Program. It's for 4 weeks. For 4 full weeks, 4 full-blown weeks. I'm going to help you set your priorities right. Yes, I know that probably in the course or after the course of this training, you can have used this material or the workbook I gave to you and set your priorities. But I will still go through your priorities and make sure that they are set well. Make sure that your goals for the next 90 days are set. And I'll also sit on you and make sure that I review your other 3 quarterly goals. Okay? Then I will help you identify and avoid your distractions. There are a lot of distractions. Yes, there are a lot of distractions. There are lots of distractions. There are things that you should keep away from. There are things that will interrupt you. There are things that you should do, things that you should not do. You need to be able to identify them and keep away from them. There are crises in life that you need to keep away from. There are things that are urgent. There are things that are important. There are things that are urgent and important. There are things that are not urgent but important. You need to be able to understand these things and set your priorities right. I will help you set your daily success habits. I talked about them. I will help you set your to-do list, your not to-do list. I will help you manage your time. Yes, time management is essential. Help you manage your time. I will help you overcome your limiting beliefs. A lot of us have terrible limiting beliefs. When I started, I had terrible limiting beliefs. I lacked confidence. In 2018, when I started my journey as a life coach, I lacked self-confidence. I never knew how to speak. I could never speak out, talk less of being a public speaker or coaching women. But I overcame all those limitations. There are beliefs that you have formed over years, either by events that happened to you in your childhood or as you grew up as an adult. Those things have formed your believing centers, your beliefs about yourself. So you need to find them and break out of them. I'm going to help you find your own limiting beliefs and break out of them. I'm going to help you overcome procrastination. You will see yourself taking decisions at the nick of time. Before you won't be stressed anymore. Yes, you won't be stressed anymore, because if you don't take decisions when you need to take them, you are waiting for when it's now hurriedly, you become stressed. So I'll help you overcome procrastination. I'll help you become more productive. And lastly, I will help you identify and build your income generating potentials. A lot of women throughout my coaching practice I've discovered have a lot of potentials. These potentials are, I call them capital centers. People don't know about them. It could be your ideas. Some of you are prone to having ideas. Some people are so strengthened in different ways that they do not know their strengths. There are different strengths in you that you can leverage. You can turn into a money-making machine. You can turn into an income generator. You can turn into a source of income. In this next year, you can fund your dream. You can fund yourself. You need to have different and multiple streams of income. So until you understand these things, it could be the ideas you're having. It could be the relationships that you have. You hear about it that social network is also social network is social net worth. Okay? It could be your qualification. People studied a lot of things and they do not know how to monetize what they have studied. Are you an English teacher? Whatever it is that you study, I will show you how you can start to make money, generate income, okay, from what you have. There must be at least 2 things that you will be able to monetize in your life that you're already having right now that you can monetize. And I'm working on bringing a guest, someone. I don't know if you have heard of the Titans program. It's a live program that is going on right now on Channels TV about how, I don't know, about 15 housemates, women were chosen, and they will go home with they will talk about their businesses, and they will go home with, I think, 5 million or something like that. I'm still talking about it with her, one of the housemates, a friend of mine. So if she's opportune, she will also be coming to show us how to generate funds, how to generate grants for your business, how to write a business plan for your business. She's actually a lawyer, a learned colleague, and from law, she graduated from law school, but she branched into fashion design. She has a fashion house. Not only fashion house, she's also into women empowerment. She loves to empower women. So she's also going to be involved in this life upgrade section. I think she will have a section to show us, to show you how to raise grants, to how to write for grant, how to grant writing applications, how to apply for grants, how to raise funds for your business, and how to write a business plan. Okay, so this is it for it. All right, if this is you and you're saying, I'm ready for a life upgrade, I'm ready to upgrade my life, I'm a woman and I need this coaching. Now listen, you have access to me. This program is for 4 weeks, but you will have access to me for the next 90 days. You can call me anytime. You can text me anytime. You can, if you're around in my locality, you can come see me anytime. Those who I have coached know that anytime they call on me, I will always come running. I will always meet them anywhere. So next year, I am ready. Wherever you are in the next 90 days, I will be your accountability coach, pushing you, moving you, keeping you focused, making sure that you achieve that one goal in the next 90 days. So the price for it in Nigeria is $7,500, and then in dollars it's $18. You can pay to my PayPal account, which has this email, transition360global@gmail.com, or you can pay into my account, Stanbic IBTC Bank, with these details, and then send me POP, your proof of payment, to my phone number. WhatsApp me on my phone details, and you get access to this class. It's starting in January 5th. So there's no time to waste. January 5th to February 5th. That's when this class is, this mastermind, this coaching program is going to start on January 5th, 2022, and it will end in February 2022. All right. And because of how tasking this is going to be, this program is just available for only 20 women. It's only available for 20 women. So if you're interested, send me a DM right now, and I'm going to ask you some questions. Okay, I'm going to screen you, find out if you're the right fit. And if you are, you make the payment immediately and you get access. Once it's 20 women, I block it. It will be done for now till the next quarter. So thank you. This has been so awesome. Thank you for being with me so far in these 3 days Ending Strong Masterclass. I have given you everything that I have, and I am so committed and rooted to your life upgrade. I want to see you live the life of your dreams. I want to see you become the best person that you desire to be. I want to see you becoming the best version of yourself. And I still remain your own coach, Ihoma Linda Arewodo. Bye-bye.